And at this price, the bar buys these images. The marginal input also, and for that good, for this good, they're all the same. What if the price of this good goes down? This is a lower number. All of a sudden, this good becomes a better buy than any other good our consumers buy. If that happens, what will our consumer do? This is a better buy than anything else he's buying. They will buy more. On the other hand, the price of the goods went down. This is a worse buy than any other good this guy has buying. What do? He'll buy less. So indeed, this is how he behave if he's maximizing his satisfaction. Is this how consumers behave vis-a-vis any good? Yes, they do. They must be maximizing satisfaction. All right, go back to me. Am I a curious person? No. Am I a smart person? No. Why am I not curious? Because I'm not smart. So does it even occur to me to ask questions like, why is the demand curve downward sloping? No. But if somebody gives me this explanation, I sit down and think about it and look at it. Try to find the flaw in that kind. And I say, yeah, that's a good explanation. But those smart people, what do they say about this explanation? They say, no, you built a nice structure. Very nice. But you built it on a very flimsy foundation. You know, every structure has to have a foundation. You built it on a flimsy foundation. Oh, now what are you talking about? What flimsy foundation are you talking about? Like, here's your flimsy foundation. What are we pretending here? We know what the marginal utilities are, right? We know what the total utilities are. We know what the average utilities are. What are we pretending? We're pretending we can measure it too. Can you measure it? Huh? Remember me? When I go to the Walker joint and jump down on a Walker, do I feel any pleasure? Oh yes. Oh yes. Does it show on my oriental face? No. Same old sour face. But inside, every cell in my body is sleeping. Pleasure. When you can't tell, right? You can't measure. Remember the guy sitting next to me is going, oh, and so on. Is he getting more pleasure than I'm getting from the water? Not necessarily. But how the heck do you know? You can't measure pleasure. And what are we pretending here? You can measure pleasure. But I've got a news for you, Charlie. You can. So yeah, this would be a nice theory if you could measure pleasure. This is pretending. This is not true. All right. If you can't measure pleasure, then this all is short down. Even if it's short down, even if you can't measure pleasure, it makes sense to assume that you and I, we do want to maximize our pleasure, even if we can't measure it. All right. Yes, we get pleasure from buying and consuming goods, and how much we can buy is restricted by our budget. And yes, we're still rational. All right. Even if you can't measure pleasure. All right. Well, if you can't measure something, all right, if you can't measure something, can you still maximize it? Can you tell when it's maximum? Here's what I mean. Supposing we don't have a stopwatch, we don't have any measuring instrument, right? We send two people racing from this end to that end. Go run. Can you tell who came up first? Yes, the guy who crossed the line first. Even if you can't measure a single thing, right? Okay. So can we say that this guy was first and this guy was second? Yes. Even if you can't measure by how much he was first and how much he was second, you can rank them. This guy came first, this guy came second. Right? Well, that's exactly what these clever guys said. That yes, we can't measure pleasure, true, but we can still rank our preferences. We can still rank our preferences. Rank order preferences. By the way, even if you cannot measure pleasure, does the law of diminishing marginal utility still hold? Remember the law of diminishing marginal utility says, as you have more and more particular goods, each additional unit gives you less and less pleasure. Does that still hold if you can't measure pleasure? Is it still true that the first walker is very nice, second walker is not so nice, third walker makes you puke? Is that still true? Yes. Even if you can't measure pleasure, all right? Then rank preferences. So think about it. What does rank preferences do? You can tell what gives you more pleasure, what gives you less pleasure. That's what ranking. Now this will give you more pleasure, less pleasure, and so on. Think about it. You take a 4-year-old child to the burger joint. Now, should you really take a 4-year-old child to the burger joint? No, you shouldn't. But do we? Yes, because we want to get them started early, right? We want to have early. So you take this child. What do you want? Oh, I want everything. No, you can't have everything. Well, what can I have? You can have only one thing. What does the child do? Oh, first of all, throws a tantrum. That's what children do first thing. Then after the tantrum is settled down, the child says, okay, I'll have that. As soon as the child says, I'll have that, whatever that thing is, all right? Let's say a Walmart. Okay? What does the child say? Among all those things in the burger joint, this will give him the most pleasure. Right? Isn't that what it means? How much is the pleasure? Don't know. But this is what will give him the most pleasure. Now you relent and say, okay, you can have another thing. Now what does the child do? Throws another tantrum, and after that is settled, I want everything. And then he looks and he says, okay, I'll have this thing. Oh, let's say it's, I don't know, a milkshake. Right? What does that do? This gives him more pleasure than this. How much pleasure does this give? How much does this give? Don't know. But you can rank your preferences. Even a 4-year-old child can do that. Right? And if you can do that, then we are in business. Then you can still prove, if you want to maximize your pleasure, then you will buy more when the price goes down, you will buy less when the price goes up. Right? So to do that, what we have to look through is something called indifference curve. I don't know, remember I said I think I understand this, but I really can't explain it very well. And I think I proved that to you. I can't really explain it to you. Well, that's even harder to understand in difference curves, all right? So I can't explain it too well. And that's even harder than this to explain. So it might be a good idea that we do this next class. And before the next class, you read this up in your book. This is not in the main chapter. It's the appendix to the chapter. So read up the appendix. I have sent you notes on utility theory. Haven't I? I think I have. I think I've also sent you practice questions. And guess what quiz number 3 is going to be on? This beautiful thing. It's 100%. Any questions? Does anybody have a question or anything about it?